We are joined live now by the newly minted head coach of the Denver Broncos, Vic Fangio. Zach, bye. Very nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
I'm sure you've heard of that guy, Brandon Stokley.
How you doing, Coach?
Yes.
Congratulations.
Yes.
How do you feel right now, Coach?
I feel good.
A little overwhelmed?
No.
Excited?
Excited.
Well, congratulations. We both, Stokley and I, walked away from your initial press conference, but impressed. And I'll just start with me speaking for myself that it seems as if, from a perception standpoint, that things here in Broncos country have slipped a little bit over the last couple years, slipped in terms of accountability, slipped in terms of culture. And when I hear you up there talk about death by inches and sort of preventing those things from ever getting started, it honestly reminded me a little bit of how Tom Coughlin would talk and just holding guys accountable. And how did you develop that and sort of brand yourself as that guy?
Well, I'm not Tom Coughlin, so let's get that straight. But it's just so evident to me that if you allow the little things to slide, the big results won't be in your favor. It's just that simple. And the players know that, but they have to be reminded of that.
Coach, do you plan on staying with the 3-4 defense here in Denver?
Yes.
Okay, and you mainly have been calling plays from the box, is
I
that
have
correct?
been.
And so how much of a difference will that be now being on the field? I'm assuming you're not going to be in the box. How much different, and will that be a big transition for you, calling the plays from on the field and not in the box?
It will be. I would, in my 19 or 20 years as a coordinator, I only was on the field once calling them. I like it better up in the box. There's no denying that for me personally. That's why the preseason games will be good for me. But I'll get it adjusted. But you're right. You make a intelligent observation.
Thanks, Coach.
That I'm going to have to work through.
New head coach of the Broncos.
I'm going to have to condense things. You know, I could sit down and spread things out.
Right.
I got to figure out a way to condense.
Do it with all your papers.
Yeah.
Before we let you go here, Coach, you said unequivocally that Gary Kubiak has not been hired as the offensive coordinator. Do you plan to interview him as well as others anytime soon here? And what's the timetable on that?
I do plan to talk to Gary. And from that standpoint, once we after that, we'll see what's what.
Last one, Coach, for me. Did you reach out to anybody? Obviously, you've been in the NFL for a long time. Did you reach out to any of your friends in the NFL community about the Broncos situation or about working with John Elway?
I have not, and that's what's kind of cool about this whole thing about the way it unfolded was I did not, we were playing the playoff all through up until Sunday, and I had no time for that. I demanded from myself and anybody else that I wouldn't put any time into that once I knew they had an interest. Nor did anybody on my behalf at my request call the Broncos to, stoke the fires at all. John did this the right way, I think, in that through his observations and league-wide knowledge, did his research, and once we sat down and interviewed on Monday, he was satisfied.
Thanks, Coach. Appreciate it.
Yeah, Coach, I think we're getting cut short a little bit here, but I'd like to say this. Congratulations. Best of luck here. And you have Broncos country pulling for you for sure. We're going to snap a quick picture here. And
awesome, Coach. Thanks a lot.
Thanks for a couple minutes. Best of luck.
All right.
Congratulations.
All right, there he goes. The new head coach of the Denver Broncos, Vic Fangio.